Hi there! I make games. Somewhat poorly. After always going overboard with the scope of my games, I'm now trying something super small, and hopefully fairly polished. What I'm currently attempting to make is a little game called Litterbug. You throw away trash and the people responsible for it. You get bonus points for disposing of loose garbage and litterers. And you lose points for trashing innocent folks. That's it. I'll be using a sweet little engine called TIC80. It's got a few self-imposed limitations, but that's why it's so charming to me. It's a fantasy console comparable to Pico 8, just a bit less restrictive. Footnote: a fantasy console is a piece of software, not a physical console. Think of it more as a bare-bones operating system that lets you make games easily. As for the graphical style of my game, I want there to be super simple little pseudo 3D people running around, littering all over the place. Friendly colors, simple shapes. You know, really force myself to keep my workload light. I'd love to do the 3D in this style. That's a little JavaScript library called ZDoc, by the way. TIC80 is more focused on 2D instead of 3D, but I've already messed around with creating my own version of this in Lua with the Love2D framework. While ZDoc, the JavaScript library you're seeing right now, supports rectangles, ellipses, polygons, spheres, hemispheres, Bezier paths in 3D space and more I'm forgetting, my library has spheres and straight line segments. That should do, right? I also already had a very basic 3D editor for my own simple 3D format. It's pretty bare bones, but back when I made it to work nicely with my brain, which at the time meant making a 3D editor that handles somewhat like Inkscape. May not be the smartest way to go about this, and certainly not the most efficient. But I'd be lying if I said making your own tools wasn't a lot of fun. Porting of my tiny library to TIC80 went smoothly, as you can see. I'm hoping I can get in some animation for the little litterbugs next. Which of course means I'll need to extend my 3D editor and my 3D format. Maybe I should give them some hair too, if we're being honest. Alright, that's about it for now. I'll make another devlog once I've got something new to show.